So I think we need to come to the conclusion and basically just face realities that physical media is dying. And it's been a hot topic really for this whole past week. A lot to do with what's going on with Gears of War not getting a physical release for the Xbox, but it's getting a physical release for the PlayStation. And not only that, the whole Nintendo Switch situation with the key cards. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are finding me for the first time, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. I would appreciate it. So yeah, the whole digital physical discussion has been something that's been very much debated and worried about a lot of people. Like we see the PlayStation Pro, the PS5 Pro come out. It doesn't have the disc drive. You have to buy that separate. We see Xbox going in moves of just releasing all digital games on their platform. They're still doing physical games for PlayStation, but more PlayStation players buy physical games. We see a lot of physical games on PlayStation. Not the whole game isn't on the disc. Same thing with the Nintendo Switch, that we have the key cards where basically you just put the cartridge in your console and it downloads the rest of the game. And that has a lot of people that enjoy physical media really kind of upset and really more disappointed than anything because they enjoy their physical media. There's a lot of ownership that people believe that, hey, I have this physical media. Even if you take this game offline, I still have the physical media. Although there was a case, I believe a month or two ago, with a game, I believe it was The Crew or something. It was like an Xbox 360 game. And the company, I can't remember if it was Ubisoft. I want to say it's Ubisoft. I could be wrong. They just completely bricked that game. You cannot play that game even if you have the physical disc. So physical media, I think we all kind of have to face the fact that it's really dying. And it's more so now this generation. I believe when we get into the PS6 generation and whatever the next Xbox console is, they're going to be fully digital machines. The facts of the matter of, and this is coming from someone who is a massive collector, so believe me guys, I feel your pain, I feel your struggle with this one, but the facts of the matter is 95% of all video game buyers, people that purchase games, buy digitally. It's just more convenient at the end of the day. And also, like, for me personally, just kind of show my hand here, I did sell my game collection last year. I sold my entire game collection, but that was mostly for me converting over to PC gaming, which is pretty much all digital anyway. I just have Steam and Xbox and, GOG, and I'm just fine with the way it is. And I still have my PS5, my Xbox, and my Switch just for those games. But we can see where these consoles are just sort of going out and really converting over to digital. I think, and the fact of the matter is, the reason why these games are going digital is because it's more profit that the companies, the manufacturers, and all like the studios and developers and publishers make more money at the end of the day if they sell digital. They don't have to print a label. They don't have to print a case. They don't have to print a CD or a cartridge. They don't have to ship it. They don't have to put it in shelves and put it in stores. It's just for a complete, consumer to product, for the manufacturers. I guess what I'm trying to say is it makes more sense for the developers and the companies because these big corporations want to make as much money as possible. I find it's a little more ridiculous that we're paying $70, $80 for a digital game when we don't have anything physical. And that's the problem I have. I feel like, okay, you want to buy physical, then the digital copy should be $10 cheaper because you're not printing the CD, you're not printing the label, you're not printing all this other stuff. You're not shipping it anywhere. It's a digital game that I'm buying on your storefront. It should be a lot cheaper. And again, this story really kind of took another turn when we found out that Gears was not having a physical release on the Xbox. We've seen games like Alan Wake 2 not get physical releases. There are companies like Limited Run Game that does take digital games and they make physical copies of. I was a big fan of Limited Run Games when I actually got my game. You pre-order it, you get it like a year later. So yeah, but we just see more games going that route. And I think when we get to the PS6 generation, that is going to be a fully digital console. Maybe Sony will have a disc drive attachment that you could buy separate, much like the PS5 Pro. But I think it's very telling when you look at the price of the PS5 Pro and it's sitting at a $700 price tag with no disc drive. It's very clear where these companies are going. These companies want to make the most profit for the shareholders as possible. And that means, hey, we're going to release digital games. We're going to make more of a profit for it. and we're going to be able to dictate the price of those games on our storefront. It's much different than digital movies. It really is. Video games is so different than any other medium because you buy music, right? You can buy music on Spotify, Apple, like anywhere you want to buy music. You can buy physical music, digital music, all kinds of stuff. Same thing with movies. You want to buy physical movies, you can buy, let's just say, Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray, and you can play that Blu-ray in any player. Doesn't matter if it's a Sony player, Philips player, Magnavox. It doesn't matter. It plays on every player. Where video games is like you have a PlayStation 5, just it only works on a PlayStation 5. It's really weird, you know, and it's just a whole different world when it comes to video games, and even when it comes to digital movies and music distribution. You can get it on Vudu, you can get it on Fandango, you can get it like everywhere, Amazon. You can get these digital movies everywhere. Where it comes to gaming, you can only get it on the storefront. Now, if you're a PC gamer, you have more options. You got CD Keys, you have Steam, you have GOG, you have Green Man Gaming, so many different more options. But when it comes to consoles, you either buy Nintendo games in a Nintendo store or you buy PlayStation games in a PlayStation store. That's really your only option if you are a digital consumer with these consoles. And companies are making a buttload of money from it, and that's one reason why we're going all digital. It's just 95% of the consumer is digital at this point, so they're going to make the push even more. And then when we have this whole thing with tariffs and all that stuff, it just gives these manufacturers and these companies even more reason to just kind of cut out the middleman, and like, you want the game, it's going to be digital. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the whole digital situation that's going on right now. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I always feel like we should, as consumers, we should always have options. And I feel like if you are a physical media buyer, you should have the option to buy physical media. If you are someone who likes digital, then hey, by all means, get digital. Whatever is more convenient for you as the consumer. But as the consumer, the people that are giving these corporations money, we should always have the option. And that's sort of where I stand on it. But anyway, guys, what do you think? Please leave your comments in the comment box below. Smash that like and subscribe for all future content. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Later.